Okay, guys, so everything is fine.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
let's see that implementation of what log4j logging activity, guys. Okay, so our next discussion is what we will implement in the same application itself only. We will implement what logging activity, right? Logging activity in our application, guys. Okay, so now let's implement it, guys. Okay, let's implement it the same things. Okay, still 2 minutes is left, guys. Okay, 1 minute. So let's wait. Okay, then we will start, because who will join late, right? Little bit late, they will miss the session. Okay, they will miss the session. So let's wait 1 minute only. Okay, and last discussion. Anyone having any doubt, guys?
No, Ravi.
Okay,
No, Ravi.
okay.
No. Not at all.
Okay, just do the practical also, guys. Without practical, nothing will come. Okay, nothing will come. So one time need practical, guys. Do it. Okay, do it. Without doing the practical, just only listening the session and all those things, nothing will come. So we have need to do the practical also, right? Okay, fine now, guys. So let's implement our what logging activity in our application, guys. Okay, logging activity in our what application only. So okay, logging support. Okay, let's implement logging support. Okay, fine now, guys. Logging log support. Let's log support. Okay, log support in what a project. Log support in project. Fine now, guys. So just normally, okay, so until problem is not there, whenever our application is there in the development production development area, guys, development server, right? Problem is not there. When main problem will come, when our application will move in what production, production server, right? Production server is nothing but just example, whatever project we completed, right? Those project, whenever the project is going to live and what, where the end user involved to what using that application, just think about that our Facebook application, right? Facebook application, in the Facebook application, how they will, after developing the application, how they will trace the problem, how they will trace the problem, right? Just I'm running our application, guys. Okay, just I'm running our application on the console, just whatever issue is there, by seeing that exception, right? By seeing that what logging, this is the log messages, guys. Okay, these are the log messages only, right? So by seeing these log messages, right, we can understand, right? We can understand, okay, what is the problem is going, and all those things. But what on the console, like 1,000 line, just 100 to 50 error, just 100 to 200 errors are log messages, we can see it, right? Problems, we can see it, right? So and even if our application is stopped, then we can't see, right? Come on, guys, we can see it. No, na?
No.
No. Okay, so what is that in the real time, right? In the real time, what we are doing now, we are implementing in our application, what we are implementing in our application, what logging activity, guys. Okay, logging activity. Based on the logging activity, what we are doing now, we are tracing the what problem and all those things. Okay, problem and all those things. So just normal SLF4J, right? SLF4J, our Spring Boot is using what SLF4J only. But what normally, guys, okay, just I'm giving one clear picture here about that. Just think about that. JDBC is there, right? JDBC is there on the top of what Hibernate is sorry, on the top of Hibernate is there, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Hibernate is there, right? Hibernate is there on the top of JPA is there, right? JPA is there, na? Come on, Internally JPA or Hibernate
yes.
is using what? JDBC only, right? Come on, guys.
Yes,
Int-
Ravi.
in, internally our JDBC, sorry, Hibernate and the JPA is using JDBC only, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
same,
Ravi.
same like what log4j, what is that? Log4j framework is there, right? Same like log4j framework is there. After then what? On the top of log4j, SLF4j, SLF, right? SLF4j came, right? SLF4j came, right? On the top of, okay. So what SLF4j is saying that whenever we are using directly log4j, based on that log4j, whatever properties are there, we have need to create explicitly one file, guys. Okay, we have need to create one explicitly property file, and we have need to write those information in that property file. But whenever we are using that, right, whenever we are using what? SLF4j, right? SLF4j, we don't have need to what? Write explicitly any property file. What is that? Our SLF4j will use what? Our SLF4j will use what? Our application, whatever in the project, our application property is there. Based in that application property only, we can write the whatever usable property is there, right? Whatever usable property is there, we can write it. Okay, so just normal things. Why we are implementing logging activity? Why we are using why we are implementing in our project what? Logging support, guys. Okay, logging support, right? Logging support. So means what? Just normally, guys, what is the purpose? Tracing, right? Tracing what? All error, warning, success message, success, right? Success message from the what? Application. From what? From application, guys. Okay, from what? Application. Means what? Just normally, guys, what? Just think about that. If our application is there, just this is the server, guys. Okay, this is the server. This is nothing but what? Production server, guys. Okay, which server now? This is the production server, right? Production server, production server, right? This is the production server. In this server, what we are doing now? Our application is deployed, guys. Okay, our application is deployed. This is our application now. Fine now, guys. So here what will happen now? Just this is our application, right? This is our what? Application. And what is that? At the time of run our, this is the our client, our client machine. This is our client machine. Okay, this is our what? Client machine. And what? Our client is making the request, guys. Okay, our client is making the request, and our client is getting the response only, right? Here what happened now? What is happening here? What? Request. And here what? Response is getting, right? So okay, fine now. Okay, here we are getting the response, right? So if any error and all those things, okay, if any error is there, how we can trace it? Because our application is running in what? Production server. There is no console there, guys. Okay, there is no console we can get. Okay, it's a too much horrible or critical task to what? Observe all those things in what? In what? Production server, right? Production server. So for that, what we are implementing now? We are implementing what? Logging activity, guys. Okay, logging activity. Our logging activity, what our logging activity is doing now? Our logging activity is observing our application, right? Our logging activity is what? Observing our what? Application activity. And based on that, what? If any failure and all those things is there, that messages, this log file, one log file will generate, right? Our log file will be generate. Name can be anything, guys. Okay, name can be anything, but extension dot jar dot what? Log will be there, right? Extension will be what? What? Name can anything, whatever name we will decide it, those name will be there. But what is that log? But in extension must be what? Logging, log will be there now, guys. Okay, so like that, what some information we will trace inside that, what this file, what is the which kind of success, error, after then what? Warning, like that messages. Based on that, what information we will understand, okay, what is the issue, and all those things will be there in our what? Application, right? Application by default, right? By default, our what? Our logging our log4j slf4j file, this file will generate. 1 minute, something wrong is going on, right? Success message, error message. Okay, yeah, it can be implemented using log okay, slf4j, guys. Okay, slf4j, we can use log4j also, right? But we have need to generate what, or write explicitly this file, okay. So but in we are working on what? Spring Boot, right? We are working on what? Spring Boot. So there is no need to what? Generate this property file explicitly. We can work on what? Whatever we are finding the ready-made application property, in that only we can work on that, right? So just normal slf4j is what? Simple logging facet for Java, guys. Okay, for the Java, it removes concept of what? Defining log4j property, right? Log4j property, slf4j is what slf4j is doing now? It's removing, right? Removing explicitly. To write explicitly this property file, we can implement based on this property file only. slf4j is doing, guys. Okay, slf4j is doing this one only, right? By using what is that? Just okay, in build, right? But the thing is, guys, okay, the thing is, guys, just this in based on the date and the time this file will generate, guys. Okay, based on the date and the time, if we are running our application today, right? Whatever our today date is there, based on that today date and whatever time, at what time our application is started to running, right? The time also will be there, right? That time also will be there. But okay, just by default this file size is what? 10 MB, guys. Okay, by default, what? By default this file size is what? 10 MB. What is the size now, guys? What is the size by default?
10 MB.
Okay, and after 7 days, right? By default this file will be expired, guys. Okay, we can't see in the server the by default what is the expiry date of this file now, guys? How many days? 7 days. What is the date time? Okay, what is the what is the by default size of this file now, guys?
10 MB.
10 MB. We can reduce, we can customize those things, guys. Okay, we can customize. Okay, if the thing is, if this file is reaches 10 MB, then what will happen now? What will happen now? This this file, then what will happen now? This file will become empty, guys. Okay, this file, again this file, our what? slf4j will convert in the jar or rar file in the same folder, right? And the same file, right? Control J, 1 minute. And this file will become what? Empty. This file will become what? Empty, guys. Okay, this file will become what? Empty, right? Again this file, what will happen now? Again the current logging activity will store in this file now, guys. Okay, again, okay, just think about that in the future. If in the production environment, if any issue is there, what and you can't find those error, right? Your senior person will come. Okay, no issue, Ravikant, give me that log file, whatever log file is generating in the server, give me that file. Based on that he will resolve our problem, right? Real time these things we are seeing, not we are observing the console, guys. Okay, based on that log file only, what we are doing now, we are resolving the project problem, guys. Okay, project problem. So okay, in this method, right? So whenever we are performing the logging activity using what SLF4J, some methods are there, and that method priorities are also there, guys. Okay, those method priorities also there. Okay, so what is the method priority now? Priority of what method? Priority of what method? Methods, right? Priority of method. What is the priority? First is what? Debug, guys. Okay, debug method is there. Debug method is there. What is the use of this debug method? Okay, if your application is running successfully, right? So wherever, when our method is running successfully, for that purpose we are writing what? Means what? To write what? Final success message. To write what? Final success message. To write what? Final success message, right? To write what? Final success message. For that purpose we are using what? Debug method, right? Debug messages, where we are writing the debug messages, final debug messages, sorry, where we are writing the final success message in the debug method, guys. Okay, so after the next one is what? Info. Next one is what? Info now, guys. Okay, so info, we will see all methods as a practical, guys. Okay, as a practically we will see that. Okay, so means what? Current stage of application, whatever our application stages are there, right? Stages are there. To seeing those stages, right? We are using what? Info method, right? We are using what? Info method. Okay, what is that? Current stage of application. Current stage of what? Our application. Now warn also there. Another one is what? Warn method is there. Warn method is there, guys. Okay, so what is that? To show the warning, right? Sometime, you know, at the time of development we are not updating ourselves, right? In IT industry one slogan is there: if you want to earn more money, you have to update yourself, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes,
Okay,
Ravi.
otherwise how our software becoming outdated? That software engineer also will become what? Outdated, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay, so
Ravi.
like what? Sometime, you know, like what? I forget that name, methodology. Deprecated, yeah. Sometime you guys are seeing deprecated method, deprecated classes, those things you seen in that, right? Whenever we are using in Eclipse, that one, like, just I'm writing one method here. Okay, so just what? Just add method. Okay, just I'm writing add method. And sometime if you are using this add method on the add method, like this line also, you seen like this any method?
In
Yes,
deprecated
yes.
methods.
Yes, Ravi. Sometimes they strike up the code. Actually.
Yes, no, means what? This method is deprecated. Means this method is older method. Some issue is there. Now, in the place of this method, we implemented another method also. You can use it, but what? We are not updated ourselves on to use what? That method. So because of that, sometime what we are doing, we are using what? This kind of method, deprecated method in our application, right? In our application. So for that, to informing those things in a log, right? To informing means to writing those things in log for the log file, right? So we are using what? Warn method, guys. Okay, so for that we are writing what? Warn method. Means what? To show what is that? Warning. Just to show what? Warning, right? So like this, I just leave it, the deprecated method. Okay, just think about that. Whenever we are using, what is that? Just array list we are using, right? Just we are using, what is that? List. Just list we are using. List equal to what? New array list. Okay, new array list. Okay, we are using what? New array list. Okay, good. So at the time of using, right, what our compiler is giving? What? Warning, guys. Without, why warning we are getting? Because we are using this list without what? Because we are using this list without what? Generic type. Come on, we are getting the warning or not, guys? Come on. Give the response,
Ravi.
everyone. Okay,
Yes, Ravi.
don't worry, I'm showing the just here what I'm going to do it now, guys, in the here only, right? In this method itself only, what I'm going to do now, just here I'm taking what? Array list. Sorry, list I'm taking, right? List here I'm taking what? List L equal to what? New array list I'm taking, right? New array list I'm taking, right? So good. New array list, right? New array list I'm taking here. Okay, and without a generic type I'm taking now, guys. Okay, Control Shift O. Okay, fine now, guys. So utility class I'm importing now, but still see this here we are getting what? A yellow symbol, right? On the down see this yellow symbol means what? Here put your what? We are getting the warning, right? We are getting multiple marker at the line number what? List is a row type, right? Reference to generic. We are getting the warning, right? This is the warning, guys. Okay, come on, our compiler is giving
Okay.
warning, right? Warning.
Yes,
So
sir. Yeah.
so yeah, to avoid this warning, what is that? What we are doing now? We have need to take what are just integer. We have to, if we specify like what? Generic type, then what will happen now? This warning will gone, guys. Okay, see this.
Yes, Ravi.
That warning is not there. See, warning is not there. The down list and array list, that warning is there. Okay, no issue. Here take L1. Okay, RB. Okay, no issue. Leave it. That don't bother about the reference. Okay, last time. Okay, we are not taking. Okay, I'm removing the generic type. See, I'm removing the generic type. Okay, I'm removing the generic type. Now in this time, see, down of list also and what? Array also. Yellow symbol is there now. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Means what? That is the warning, guys. Okay, so this information, if we want to tell to what in the logging file, right? This right, this list we are using without generic type. So for that, what we are, which kind of method we are using now, guys? Which kind of method we are using now? Warn method we are using, guys. Okay, warn method. Okay, we are using what? Warn method. Okay, fine now, guys. So next one is what? Next one is what? Error method. Okay, next one is what? Error method. Okay, next one is what? Error. Next one is what? Error method is there. Error method to showing what? To showing what? Exception things, guys. Okay, means what? Just we are writing, we wrote now in the controller. Come in the controller. Okay, if success block is there, then this, if success messages, success information is there, this block will execute. If failure in the failure condition, which block will execute? Catch block, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the case of failure time, right? In the case of failure time, which method we are using now, guys? Come on, in the logging activity.
Error.
Error. Yeah.
Error.
Okay. To what? Showing. To showing what? To showing what? Exception. To showing what? Exception details. Okay, to showing what? Exception details. Now find now another one more method is there, guys. What is that? One more method is there. What is that? Fatal. Fatal. This one also, the purpose is same only, guys, to showing the exception, but what? High level exception. What is the high level exception now, guys? What? To like what? In our application, like what? To showing like what? Network issue.
Yes, sir.
Network issue, guys. Okay, network issue are sometime our jars are crashes, right? Jars are crashed, right? Jars problem are class missing. Class missing, right? Class missing, right? Missing error means what? High level errors. If we want to show the high level errors, so for that we are using, but you know, till now wherever I implemented, guys, just error error and what info. These two method only I implemented, except that I did not get the chance, okay, in my whole experience to implement these two method. Okay, these two method I did not get. Okay, so in the project we are, if you are implementing your logging activity, right, you will get what error to implement, what error and info only, right, info only, guys. Okay, so same things. Okay, the priority also, right, by default, what is that? By default, our what logging application, what is that? Logging application by default, what is that? Priority is what? Info, guys. Okay, our priority, our Spring Boot application, Spring Boot REST, no, sorry, Spring REST, no, Spring container is taking, Spring Boot container is taking from the info label, right? Info label, this is the priority. What is the priority? If we are taking the info in the method, right, info method. Okay, so if we are taking the info, right, info, just think about info, then info, after then what? It will show warn also, right? After then our application will show, what is that? Our application will show error also, after then we can get the message of what? Message of what? Related to what? Related to what? Fatal also, right? Fatal also. If our what, if we are taking the priority from what? Warn, then we can able to see the error activity as well as what? Fatal. If we are taking what? Error, if we are taking error, then what is that? Error information we will get, and what? Fatal information we will get. Okay, last, all information we will not get. If you want all information in your logging activity, guys, okay, then you have to take, what is the debug, right? Debug, if you are taking the debug, all will come. Debug info also will come, warn also will come, error also will come, fatal also will come. This is the priority, of the method, guys. Okay, this is the priority of what? Method. Now, okay, fine. Now, guys, so okay, let's implement the same things, guys. Okay, some key, if you want to implement those things in your application, guys. Okay, if you want to implement those things, so come here, right? Whenever you are importing what? Taking the dependency of what? Web dependency. By default, our what? The API will come slf4j in what path? 1 minute. Log4j, see this? Log4j, those API is there, right? Its implementation class is what? slf4j, guys. Okay, log4j to what? slf4j. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
Ravi.
okay, so okay, fine. Now, guys, so first, where you want to generate what? Where you want to generate what? Where you want to generate? 1 minute. Where that like 1 minute, guys. One minute. Yeah. Yes. Where you want to generate that file, don't generate that file in what? Project only, guys. Okay, because whenever multiple like what file, if file will generate in the project only, then what? Our project performance will decrease, right? Our project performance will decrease, so that is also not good, guys. Okay, that is also not good. So for that, we have need to generate that log file outside from the project, right? Outside from the project. So I'm taking one folder, guys. Okay, let's take one folder here. Okay, where I'm going in my this PC, and in this PC local, right? Local disk is there, right? Local disk is there. Inside that, let's create one folder file. Inside that, what I'm taking now, guys, so log file, right? This is the folder. Okay, fine. Log file. Okay, nothing is there now. Come on, guys. I'm copying,
Yeah, nothing.
this path, right? I'm copying this path. Okay, fine. Now, guys, copy this path. come in the application. And what is our application now? This is right. This is our application. Open the property file, guys. Okay, open the property file. Okay, so let's implement here in the property. Let's implement what? Let's implement logging detail. What? So here has symbol just I'm giving what? Logging detail, right? Logging detail, fine. So one like property is there, guys. Okay, property is there. Based on that property, what we will do it now, we will activate what? Our logging activity in our application, right? So logging activity, some key property we have need to give input, right? We have need to give some input related to property. So what is that? Logging dot file, logging dot what? Logging dot what? File dot name, file dot name, right? And here what we will give? That path we will specify. What is the path? What is the path? Slash logging file. This folder is there now. Inside this one we have need to create what? Product log, product dot log. Okay, what is the extension? Just I said, right? Must extend name. Can we can take anything, name we can take anything, right? Where that one? Yeah, here itself only, but this one is like cutted, right? So name can be anything, but must we have need to follow extension dot log, right? Extension dot log, like that we said, right? So name we are taking, and extension will generate our what? Our application only, right? So now let's run our application, guys. Okay, let's run it, our application. Fine, I'm running this application now. One more. Okay, so here, yeah, I'm running this application now, guys. Run it. Spring Boot application now. Okay, fine. Okay, now come in the logging file. One product log file is generated now, guys. Come on.
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Okay, now open this
Yes,
product file. See this, whatever we are getting on the console, whatever things we are getting on the console, those things is came inside that what? Those things is came inside that file or not, guys? Come on, this is nothing but what? Log file, right? All
yes,
things
Ravi.
all things we are able to see now. Come on, guys.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
no,
Ravi.
okay, fine now. So okay, but what is the size of this file now, guys? By default, what is the size of this file now?
10
Don't worry,
MB.
5 KB data is stored, right? But total size is what now, guys? Total size is not showing.
4.19 KB.
No, this is the size of the file, guys. Okay, this is the file of size. 1 minute.
Current size. This is the current size.
Yes, this
of
is
the
the
file.
current size. 1 minute. Don't worry. Here itself only. Come here. Okay, our application will show. Don't worry. So here this property is there now. Come here inside this property. Okay. One minute. I'll show it. Okay, no issue. I will show that one. Okay, so okay, by default this file is what? This file is what? Now what is that? Just I said that, right? I said that. Okay, if this file reaches our full capacity, guys. Okay, if this file reaches our full capacity, then what will happen now? That file will convert in the jar file, na? Come on, that file, sorry, yeah, sorry, that file will generate in the RAR file, and this log file will become what? Empty. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay,
Yes, Ravi.
okay, this concept is nothing but what, guys? This concept is nothing but what? Rolling file appender. This concept is what? Rolling file appender. This concept is nothing but what? Rolling file appender, guys. Okay, rolling file appender. By default, what is that? By default, what is the size of this file? 10 MB, right? 10 MB. 10 MB. Don't worry, I will show it. 10 MB, right? 10 MB. I will show it. If I promised it, that I will show definitely. Okay. So, okay. So fine now, guys. So come here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now? What I'm going to do now? We have need to specify our own size. Otherwise, if 10 MB is there, we can't see the what new file, right? So we have need to generate new file also, right? So come here, come in the application itself only. So one more what is that property is there, guys? So what is the property? Logging what? File, logging dot file what? File dot what? Max size, right? See this here, it's showing that, right? It's showing what? Deprecated, but don't worry. Okay, size. Okay, size.
10 MB.
Okay, so by default it will show, guys. Okay, don't worry. 1 minute. Where it is now? Why it's not showing here? 1 minute.
There was showing Ravi last time.
No, here itself only. Yeah. See this? What is the message now, guys? Okay, now down it. See this? What is the default size? What is the default size? It's
10
visible,
MB.
guys. Come on, guys.
Visible, Ravi.
Visible, right?
10 MB.
Yeah, it's
Okay, 10 MB, right? 10 MB. Okay, so what is that size equal to? Just I need to give what? Only 4 KB, guys. Okay, let's give 4 KB. Okay, because if you not give 4 KB, then you can't see here what? File appending concept, right? File appending concept you can't see. Okay, so fine now, guys. So what I'm going to do now? I'm just again running the same application now, because I made what? 4 KB, right? So 4 KB. Now come here. Now run the application. Now come here. Yeah, see that? First, what will happen now? First, see this today date, right? 2021 10 30 31, right? 31 means what? October 31. What is that? This file is generated, right? It's converted in what? RAR file. And what is that? See this current, this is the current log file is generated. It means what? First, what? This, if the file is reaches our max capacity, then what will happen? That current file will convert inside that RAR file, guys. Okay, RAR file. And what will happen now? Then new product, right? New log file will generate, and in that current log activity will be there, guys. Okay, current log activity will be there. Now I'm able to show that what? Rolling concept in the SLF4J. Come on, guys.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay, so fine. Okay, so clear this concept. Come on, guys.
Yes, Ravi.
yeah.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay, fine now, guys. So don't worry, still so many things is there. Nah? Okay, fine now, guys. So here, what is that maximum day this file will live in the server, guys? Okay, what is the maximum size? Only 7 days. By default, what is the timing of